Hello. So, welcome back. I'm hoping that now okay. Yeah, welcome back, guys. And now we can talk about the markets. So, what happened on Bitcoin today? Okay, let me erase these indicators to start with. So, number one, we with this, I think okay, this is the chart within the 1 hour time frame. Huh? As I said, I'm going to check between in the 1 hour time frame. We popped off, we retraced, popped off, retraced, popped off, retraced, and then we pumped back again to the level below the trend line. Immediately we broke it. You can see how that candle came down. Huh? You can see, just look at that those two large green vector candles, down and down, and then now we are forming another upward. So already it has broken its bullish trend line over here. So we need to see, will it come and retrace back at it, or are we moving further down from the point of a breakout? So within the 1 hour time frame, I'm seeing a bearish divergence of Bitcoin, and also we broke our relative strength index. As you can see, we topped out, now we are bottoming out. But the funny thing is that we are seeing an inverted pattern within the relative strength index. It seems to be inverting back up, but you're not seeing an inverted pattern within the stochastic relative strength index. So the reason why we had that pump today, especially yesterday, it was not because Binance was buying Bitcoin. That was a bit of some information that was there. It was just because that more whales were depositing in the cold wallets of Binance. So more people are buying BTC, as some are saying we are going to zero. Next up, um, the another thing today was also that we had a holiday today within the US. There was a holiday today within the US, and that's why the stocks didn't open up. Now that the stocks are about to open up tomorrow, including the Asian market and the European market, which was green today, now people are anticipating that there might be a dump tomorrow, and now people are moving off the market. And that's why Bitcoin decided to retrace from 20,700 to 19,963 in tomorrow's anticipation in the market. So let's be careful with what will happen tomorrow within the market. So this within the 1 hour time frame, you can see a bearish trend line is beginning to form within the 1 hour time frame on the next candle that is opening up. So as I've said, Bitcoin looks bearish within the 1 hour time frame. It's already broken its bearish trend line. So be careful, ladies and gentlemen. Be careful. Next up, we move to the 4 hour candle as usual. And within the 4 hour candle, you can see those large red candle that broke that bullish trend line. Also bearish within the 4 hour time frame. You can see it's still coming back down to the levels of $19,500. And the next up, we move to the 1 day time frame. And you're also seeing a drop, but it's not giving us much information compared to the rest. Let's move over to Ethereum. Then after that, we'll be looking at the liquidation prices that we need to see in the market. This video will be quite short. Now, with Ethereum, we are going to check it within the 1 hour time frame. Same to Bitcoin, same to Bitcoin, same to Bitcoin. Let's see. Let's open this chart. Let's open this chart. Always remember, after you've pumped and long Bitcoin yesterday, pay yourself. If you're not paying yourself, then you're dumb. Pay yourself. Okay? Pay yourself. If you won't pay yourself, just know that you are dumb. Huh? Because look at this. Bitcoin has pumped, but it hasn't confirmed yet that you're moving back up. So why are you not selling Bitcoin at this price where you need to book profits? Look, we are on a bearish trend line that even the okay, I'm going back to bonds. Huh? Bonds have decided to pump today. It began being red today. They had a bleed. Then today started pumping. Now, you've longed your Bitcoin. For example, you've longed your Bitcoin from $900 to $1,166 with a high leverage. Why are you not paying yourself? You're not paying yourself because you're anticipation thinking that now it will pump from $910 to even $13,000. That is what your mind is thinking. Then when Ethereum starts dropping or Bitcoin, you even don't know what is really happening. But if you look at it on the 1 hour time frame, you're seeing a bearish trend line being broken on the market. Remember always to pay yourself whichever gains you get after you've seen a bearish trend line. It's simply broken that bullish trend line. Start paying yourself at this range. It hasn't bounced. So cut off your losses, cut off your profits, close your position. So should you open a short position from this? Maybe, maybe not. But Ethereum looks also bearish within the 1 hour time frame, and the chart looks the same also to the 4 hour time frame. It also looks bearish, same to Bitcoin, and also within the 1 day time frame. So let's look at BTC. First of all, let's start with the zones that we need to look at within the 1 hour time frame or the 4 hour time frame. Always remember to pay yourself. It normally hurts me so much that you're in profits and people are never paying themselves. Why? Why? Then why are you why are you trading? First of all, so we had a bit of a resistant line. Huh? There was a bit of some resistant line. So how many times did we test this resistant line, ladies and gentlemen? As I've said, this was the previous resistance that I was talking about. One, two, okay, two times. This seems to be a double top. What is the next line that I'm looking at if I'm trying to trade it as of now? The next line I'm looking is at $19,357. This way I'm looking at, if you're able to short up to $19,357 and then we bounce back, then I will say this is now the formation that I was calling the W formation. Okay? W, 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 and up. Okay? Simple as that. We pumped back up, came back down, pumped up, came back down, and then up. W formation. But if it's an M formation, I'll be talking of up, down, up, down. But that down, I'm saying it will break the support at 19,357. So right now, since already it's broken its resistant line at 20,344 and I'm on high leverage, my next target of shorting is up to 19,357. If it's able to break the 19,357, then our next support now is at a level of 18,064, and this is a gap. This is now a gap for Bitcoin to simply fill up, ladies and gentlemen. This is now a gap for Bitcoin to fill at. Okay, this is now a gap for BTC to fill at. This is now a gap for it to fill. If it fills this gap, it either bounce or come back down even to $16,000. So if we break $19,396, I'm expecting a drop to $18,100. If we break $18,100, I'm expecting a downside in the markets. So please, please, please be careful if you're going short or long, but maybe we might drop to 19,396 as the bucket makers will decide, or maybe even $19,200, and then you have that bounce. So if you bounce, what happened? The Asian market is green, the European market is green, and the New York session market is also green. So no one knows what's going to happen. We really don't know if this is the bottom of all this, but I'm so happy nowadays that you're not hearing the idea of NFTs. Okay, I am buying this NFT. I am buying this play to earn. Where are they? People are no longer talking of Bitcoin as a bubble. People are not talking of crypto as a bubble. People are not talking of stock as a bubble. It's now all down. This seems to be a capitulation, but is this enough capitulation to shake out the market? No. No, 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 no. Because people are now talking of, is this the bottom? Is this the bottom? We need to arrive to a place where people are not asking, is this the bottom? But rather, who shorted the market? Why did the government allow this? Let's regulate it. That's now the exciting time now to start buying altcoins and bitcoins, whichever favorites you love. And I was asked about Solana. I would say Solana long term, it's okay. Wells normally um they normally support it. Huh? Wells normally support Solana, as you've also known. Trump's wife, huh? Trump's wife decided she's now going to launch her NFT on Solana. So Solana seems to have big whales. That's why it seems it's so hard for Solana to fall, and they decided to regulate the whales. Solend as a DeFi decided to regulate the big whales that bought Solana before. So they are regulating the wallets of the whales that are in the Solana's ecosystem. So Solana, yes, on the long term, unless they start controlling their issues, in which it's a centralized switch which is turning off the network. I think as time goes by, they might control it. They might know how to mitigate the risks that are involved the centralization by switching off its smart contract. But maybe as time goes by, they might improve than how they were before. But Wales will always give you time. Ethereum also has issues. Ethereum has issues with their gas fee, definitely. And also, people have been waiting for Ethereum 2.0 for staking. So, those are the kind of issues that are happening within the market. And I would say Solana will still be there unless a big fad happens. Not financial advice, but I think Solana will be there for the long term. But you may never know. You may never know. Never. You may never know. We're also bullish on other smart contracts in 2017, like Neo token, and things didn't fall out as it is. But back to the market. Back to the market. So I'll wait for this gap to fill within Bitcoin to see what happens. If we arrive at these ranges, then I'm expecting us to have a bit downfall, maybe even to break $18,064 back down to maybe even 17 or 16. But Bitcoin has not been oversold within the 1 hour time frame, quite averagely, but it's beginning to be oversold. And my target is at 19,357 if I'm shorting the market. With Ethereum, the next target I'm looking for Ethereum, first of all, that zone and another zone and this zone $989.85, and also we are seeing at a point of 1089. So if you're able to break the 1089 Ethereum, I'm expecting us to probably drop to $989. If we break $989, then it's bearish on Ethereum. So within the 1 hour time frame looks bullish. I won't want to trade any altcoins going long right now. If I already bought some altcoins on spot, or if I already went long on some altcoins, I'm now taking my profits after it got a signal that it's breaking this trend line, and I'm waiting to see where the market drops. I'm not going to short, but I rather wait and see where the market falls onto. Remember, the market is always there. So whether you long or short, the market is always there. Opportunities are always there. Don't be in a hurry. Never short on a resistance, but you may go long on a resistance and be in profits, but never short. No, okay, this is how it is. Never ever try to short on a support zone. Never try to long on a resistance zone. So I kind of confused there. Apologies for my slip. So whenever this resistance, if you're trying to now go shorter, it might bounce from this resistance at 1088 or $1,000, and then we pump back up. But if you're going short from this resistance, you'll be in quite large profits, where we might drop to 989.85. So shorting from here is a risk. Going long from here is also a bit risky. So you just mitigate what you need to do. So already, as I said, I was expecting a pump today, but now that we've dropping, I'm waiting to see if we'll be able to break down from the resistance of Bitcoin and Ethereum or pump back up. But my next target to fill if we break this 989. But if you're able to break this, then I'll be looking at the target of $1,169. If you're able to pump above $1,169, then I'll be bullish of a relief pump within Ethereum. With Bitcoin, as the last one before I leave, I will be bullish on Bitcoin. Let me remove this. With Bitcoin, then I'll be looking at the levels of 21,108 or much lower. If able to break 21,108, I'll be bullish on Bitcoin. Those are my targets to look at. So it's either we bounce from this 19,357. As you can see, another green candle is forming up, but there are bits of some confusion. But I'm waiting for a retest at this zone. So I'll keep my limit orders at the zones that I'm talking of within the support to be able to purchase it. Or if we break it, I'll cancel my order and then take my order back lower at 18,048. If we look at our liquidation price, ladies and gentlemen, we are still seeing orders at 18,000, which is what 338. Then we're having other orders at 19,700, where we are seeing much of the liquidity. First of all, the liquidity at $18,000 is what 2,186.6 Bitcoin. So that's another level to look at, and that's why we are having a bit of some zone within our huge support, as I've said, the huge support, as you can see, I've drawn the trend line is at 18,064. If you break this, we'll move bearish, but there's a lot of liquidity here worth 2,068. So we might touch this and then bounce from there. Or maybe the market makers have decided to place their orders at $18,000. Then immediately they'll erase their levels. They'll erase their Bitcoin purchase at $18,000, take it much lower, then you have a free fall to $16,000 or $50,000. So this might have been kept by the market maker. On a shorter time frame, we are seeing large limit orders and buy limit orders. So at 19,600, we are seeing at 19,700, we are seeing orders of 636 Bitcoin. Then on the selling time frames, we are seeing at 20,200, we're seeing a level of 529, but we're seeing large buying purchasing order compared to the selling order. That means there's low volume of selling within Bitcoin, but there's high volume of purchasing. And there's the majority of the liquidity. Majority of liquidity is at 19,650 to $19,600. And where is that? Have I drawn a trend line to that level? Yes, 19,357 to 19,600, around this zone. Yes, this is a trend that I'm also looking at. So this is the support level I'm looking at, $19,000 to 19,400 to 500. If you're able to reach that, then it will pick up and maybe break its previous resistance. Then we move back up. But it's able to break it down back to the liquidity at $18,000. So I'm hoping you'll have a nice day. Remember, the stocks will be opening tomorrow, so much volatility will start happening tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Prepare yourselves. If you already went long from yesterday when we were doing the session, as I was saying, we're bouncing from those trend line within the 1 hour time frame. Pay yourself. Then we shall see each other tomorrow when the Asian market and the rest of the market opens up. So cheers, stay safe, and peace.